My name is Emmanuel. I'm 24. I'm from Austria, between Austria and Italy, from a very small town. And I grew up in a restaurant. My parents owned the restaurant. My dad's the chef, and I was always meant to take over the restaurant. There was no question. It has been in our family for over 100 years, a lot of generation, and there was no real choice for me to do anything else. But with 16, I had this great opportunity to do a year abroad. An exchange year. It was meant to facilitate cultures, and the whole premise was if everyone was doing that, there would be peace in the world because we would understand each other's cultures, right? So I put down a few countries randomly. I put down the United States. I put down Japan. I still don't know why. I think I was into Nintendo or Pokemon. But yeah, it turned out to be the United States. And the first things you think of the United States is either New York, Los Angeles, whatever. I was sent to Wisconsin, which I don't know if you know, it's about an 80-degree difference to here. I mean, if you have here plus 40, they have minus 40. So you go outside sometimes and your beard freezes or your hair freezes. It's great. I would definitely recommend it to everyone. And it's a cheese state, so I think it's the opposite of it. Yeah. So the premise of this whole idea was you would change your family 3 times during the year to get out of the comfort zone and really never experience the whole thing twice. So I got there, I was very naive. I was wearing my Barack Obama shirt the first day.
Yes, we can.
And the first thing that happened to me was actually a girl, I think she was a bit younger to me, she came up to me and she started yelling at me, like why I was wearing this, don't I know who that is, and like what he has done to the country, and I was shocked. Like I thought every American loves Obama. I was 16. I didn't really understand. So I tried to find friends to belong. I started playing American football because I thought in America do as the Americans do, and I met a couple of friends, and they were part of this youth group, and it was an evangelical youth group. So that's Christianity, but very strict. So you read the Bible every day, you take it very seriously. I mean, I gotta say there was a girl involved, so there might have been a reason. But so I joined this group, and it was great at first. Like we would go to these trips, would experience really like epiphanies, almost waking up, and it was amazing. Up until I changed my family, and the second family was a Mexican family. They weren't as religious as the first one. They still believed in everything, but they weren't evangelicals. And my friends would, basically tell me, you really want to associate with them, like they are not as serious as we are. And I realized, I don't want to be part of something that antagonizes someone with a different belief. So the first time I had the belongingness ripped away from me was kind of a new experience. So I had to find something else. So I started to play basketball. Another amazing experience. People love basketball here. It was great. Like we were a team. We would go everywhere. We would play together, live together. Party together. Everything. We were quite successful as well. I think we went second in state. Doesn't matter. Up until another experience. It was one of our teammates died in a car accident, and it was horrible. He was 16 years old. He didn't buckle up, and the whole thing happened. And I don't know, like it was another one of these experiences where you would think the team would come together and face this whole adversity as a whole, but that didn't really happen. The season ended, we kind of drifted apart, and I was there, having ripped away apart the ground I was standing on, basically, and I needed to find something else to belong to, the need to belong to. Title of my talk, by the way. And so
duly noted.
And so I tried to find something else. Given the degrees they had there, the lakes were always frozen. We were a bunch of kids, we took a car, we would go out there, we would drink, we would smoke. That was the next thing that you would flee to, basically, was partying, drugs, alcohol. Kind of taking your mind off of experiences. But I was very fortunate because I changed my family a third time, and this time I came to a family. And from the point of view of Europeans, or here even, those were gun fanatics. Like they had 20 different guns, rifles, shotguns, pistols, everything you could name. They loved the outdoor, they loved to hunt, they loved to fish, they loved everything. And it kind of changed my perspective. We went turkey hunting, ice fishing. I was in Mississippi. We had this huge pike I fished out of Mississippi. It was a whole new experience with a whole new family, which did give me the sense that I don't actually need to belong to anyone. So I stopped playing sports. I joined theater. I was the main act of a theater play. I was a talking rock. It was great. I got a lot of compliments for faking a German accent, which wasn't fake at all. Obviously, it was great. And so I realized I don't need to belong to anyone. And what I did then, we took all the other exchange students. We were about 40 people, and we took a bus trip, all the way down to Florida, 4 weeks, East Coast. And that's when I realized, that's what I want to do, That's what I want to do. I need to travel. I need to go places. I want to be the guy fucked in the desert of Saudi Arabia. No, but like I want to experience the real thing, And ever since then, I started studying now in Scotland. I went to the Philippines, obviously. I did school work for the UN. I worked for Amnesty in Norway. And I got all over the world. I worked in Italy, I worked in Germany, and I want to keep doing that. I'm just at the start of my journey, and I'm so grateful for this 1 year, for this transformation, and to realize that, you don't always need to belong to something. Thank you.